In the last episode of Pixar's Adventure Park, we finished the amazing upland, adding some balloon carts, Kevin, and some amazing ride signs. Hello everyone and welcome back to Pixar's Adventure Park, episode 19. As you just saw in the last episode, we finished the amazing upland, which means we can now move on to the next land. Now, most people thought I was going to continue going like around the corner here and I was going to do the land that's going to be here next, but I'm not going to do that. The idea is we're going to come to the main entrance here, and instead of going off to the left, we're going to go off to the right and do the land that's going to be in this little corner here. And of course, this land is going to be the Ratatouille land, which is going to be awesome. Like the ride I'm planning on building here it's insane, but we first of all need to just get the basic layout of the land. As you can see, I've got this little path in place already, and it's going to be like a little French street is what the land is going to try and be. That's kind of the idea I want. Before we can get on to building the coaster, we of course need to make a bit of the land itself, like the actual layout. So if only there was a real life adaptation of this movie in the theme park that I could go visit to, like, you know, have some reference and ideas from. This is where I cut to the live footage. So the idea is something kind of like this with the main ride at the back there, and then of course we're just gonna have the buildings on the side. I'm thinking of doing Gusteaus on the left there.
Hey.
And then...
Hey, you're looking kind of cute right now.
Okay, buddy. Yeah, it's gonna be a very short street, kind of like this. Main ride at the back, restaurant on the left, and probably gift shops on the right. So let's get back to it. Alrighty, as I just said in that footage there, the plan is to have a little street. We're going to have the main attraction on the end here, which is going to branch off to the left here. We'll get into that later. We're also going to have Gusteaus. Now, I'm thinking of maybe putting it on the right here, because I could squeeze it in right there, and it could work pretty well. Okay, the first thing I need to do, though, is just quickly fix up these floors. And one thing I also want to do is I'm going to try and get like a gradient done. So we'll make that red, and then we're going to make this red slowly start to get more and more gray, and then hopefully that should look pretty good. Alright, so with the little road done now, I may change the length of the road here, but I think the next thing I want to do is get the curb into place. And for the curb, we're just going to use the same design I did for the Monsters Inc. land. So yeah, this curb should be pretty easy just to replicate over. So I don't know how far down I want to do it, but we'll see how it feels. Okay, I'm thinking of something really stupid. I have done like a little bit of the road, and just like zooming out, I kind of don't like the way it looks as like a whole big map. So I'm thinking, just like I did for the Cars land, I'm gonna put this land on a little bit of an angle as well, which I'm probably gonna regret like a lot. So let's try and figure this out quickly. Now, I don't want this to be on much of an angle. I'm thinking maybe as little as that will work fine. And I just think that will make the whole park look a lot nicer and more symmetrical. Alright, let's place that down then. Now that I've done that, I do just need to clean a lot of this up. And honestly, I'm glad I've done that. I think it's going to look great. It's just going to make things a little more difficult, but that's okay. And I'm trying to think, because the layout I want to go for is difficult. All I know is that the entrance of the ride will be here, and then we'll have some shops there, and maybe we could put the exit here out of a gift shop. Let's put down the ride. For the ride in the mainland, of course, we gotta use the wild mouse with this skin. This just looks amazing. It's perfect for this. Something like that for the station. It is very close to the Monsters Inc. building, but we can live with that. So I'm thinking that's there. We have the ride here. Oh, this is gonna be very difficult. Okay, before we do anything that I don't know what I'm gonna do, I think I'm just gonna work on the things that I know for sure I can put in place. Like, for example, over here we're gonna do we're gonna make Gusteaus, the restaurant. Okay, so I've got a building up here. The building designs are very cool. They're going to be very difficult to do though. So let's build it over to the side there, and then we can put it in place. So the actual main building for, of course, the Gusteaus restaurant is not that big. What we will be doing though is like have a bunch of fake buildings on the side of it, so we can make the actual restaurant inside bigger. And the restaurant will probably take up this whole like left side of the street there. Now, I have decided I'm going to make this very detailed. I don't know why, but I just think it will look really cool. So yeah, this design is very, very detailed, I will say. I'm making a window over here right now. One thing they do have is these little flower beds, and I can just use one of these new ones. I feel like will work perfectly here. And then, of course, in this corner here, we have the window. I have a really cool idea I want to do for this. So above the window here, we need to add just some more concrete, and the idea that I want to do is I want to make like a cool little, I don't even know what you call this, like rockwork spiral is the idea. I don't know what I'm saying, but it's gonna look really cool. All right, I got this little window thing made. I can just kind of slide that in place. I need to make it a tiny bit bigger, and I just gotta squeeze this in so it looks nice. And then at the bottom of this, we just need to quickly make like a little, I don't even know what you call these, like a window shade, I guess, which we're gonna make a nice bright fabric red. Actually, not that bright. We'll make a nice dark red like that. There we go. And then inside of here, we are going to get some glass as well. And we're just going to use the new primitives for this because we can make it nice and thick. We're going to make the transparency a lot darker as well. And then another little detail we're going to do is make it look like there's curtains inside of here. And then we'll make that same red. And oh, that looks pretty nice actually. I like that. I like that. Now, one thing I'm quickly going to do is I want the interior to look nice. And I want to do this before it gets too much of a pain, because of course this is going to be a restaurant we're going to be inside of. So I'm going to try and make this just look seamless. Just like that. There we go. That looks incredible. I can't lie. That looks insane. Now what I need to do, I think that we've got that done, is I just need to grab all of that. We're going to copy it and just pretty much insert it over on the other side here. This is looking sick. We then need to grab these again because we need to make the main entrance. And with that done, I think that's like the lower level done. What I'm going to do is, since I kind of showed you how I built this, I'm going to go ahead and build the next couple of levels in this sort of style. I'm going to build it until I get to the sign, and then I'll come back and I'll build the sign camera, because that's the cool part that like everyone wants to see. It's Gusteaus. Alrighty, it has been a little bit, and I have finished the first building in this land. We will probably only maybe be able to squeeze 6 or 7. Oh my gosh. Buildings in this land. But let me just say, this one didn't take too long, but like, it's nice. It looks really good. I'm really happy with it. Before I do the little sign on the top here, I am going to put it in place just because I want to see it in action, because I'm really happy with how this looks. So we're going to have to just do this piece by piece because, of course, this had way too many pieces a part of it. You can now copy the rest of this over. And then, of course, we got to put the last part in, which is going to be this roof. Oh, that looks so nice. Imagine the whole street with just buildings of this detail all down it. Like, this is going to be crazy. Oh my goodness, that looks so good. I'm so happy with that. Okay, so with that done, we can start to make the actual, like, sign for the restaurant, of course. Actually, before we do the sign, I'm going to do just the rest of the buildings, and then I think we should put the sign in. The buildings will be pretty simple to do, though. All I'm going to do is kind of just, like, let's say copy this across, and then I'll just change some of the colors up. Like, for example, instead of red, I might make these like some purple, kind of like that. And then I can also just change that brick color as well. So like if I go into here, maybe just make these like something like this. I don't know, but I'm gonna go and make a couple of these, and then I'll come back once it's time to put them in. And yeah. Alrighty, it has been a minute. I have now finished the next building. There are some subtle differences just because I don't want it to all be like duplicates of the same building. So yeah. But yeah, there's some slight differences, and I have a specific spot for this building I want to go. As you can see, for this type of building, I've made 2 different fronts. I'm going to have this building on this corner here, or actually I might put it on this corner here, because we need to have a building side here and then one on that angle there. So let's put this into place. It's crazy to see the difference in detail between these 2 different types of buildings. Oh gosh. And then for this building, we just need to copy this over. Then I think about that height was the right way to go. Yeah, that looks good. And then we just need to copy the roof in as well. There we go. There we go. That's looking really nice. And then we need to do the roof, which I didn't think of until now, but this is going to actually be really difficult because we need to make it on an but let's figure that out in a bit. Let's quickly just finish this building, put everything into place, and then we'll be good to go. Man, building this city here really makes me want to just redo all the up buildings like later on. Like I just feel like this land here is so outdated compared to the rest of the lands. Even Cars Land, I feel like, could have a bit of an update. Like, the Bugs Land, the Upland, and the Ratatouille Land, it's going to be, like, so detailed, it's going to be crazy. Like, oh, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this series goes. Alrighty, this building is looking great. As you can see, though, the issue that I have come across is that little roof part there. But it should hopefully be an easy fix. I think I know what I can do to fix that, so... yeah, let's do that quickly. Pretty much we just want to get a corner wedge in here. It looks a little wonky, but hey, it does the job, and that's what we need. And then, well, now that we got that building in, we can just do the rest. I'm going to build the rest and then put the rest in. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 buildings is what we need. Well, technically 5, but that's going to be the ride building. So we'll do that later. So 4 buildings, and I'll be back with you once I've done that. It has now been a bit, and I forgot to have my mic on for this part, so pretty much what I was saying was that I got some new building designs. I changed the colors ever so slightly, and I also made this new, like, alternative entrance for the buildings, which I'm going to use. I also started putting place as well, so it's looking pretty good. Oh my gosh, bro. Mike wasn't recording chat. Oh gosh. And then there's, like, little things we just need to clean up like that. There we go. Amazing. With that done, I think we can now do the last little part here, which is going to be the entrance to the ride. Now, I don't know if I've talked about it, but the entrance is going to be right here. Exit, I want to be down this way, and then we'll have the restaurant on this side, and then the ride building will be in the back here. So let's see what we can do. For the entrance, we're going to use, I think, this sort of design. Don't know if it's going to be big enough, though. Obviously not. Okay. Now, this is a very small little land. It's like just the corner of the street, but honestly, it looks nice. It looks fine. Now we just gotta try and fix this up a little. The way I plan on doing that is just copying this. And then if I just make a pillar like this, I'll be able to copy it up. And hopefully it should look beautiful. And it's still not big enough. Okay, wait. Gonna cheat a little bit. Just like that. That's looking pretty nice. Pretty nice. I also want to change these colors again. But I don't know what color. I think we'll try like a purple. You know what? Looks pretty nice. The street's looking really good now. Looking a lot better than the Monsters Inc. street did. Let's be real. Like, man, what a upgrade. Okay, and finally we can just copy the roof in as usual. All this for one ride is kind of crazy, but honestly, this ride is going to be really cool. I think it might be the coolest ride I have made so far, if I dare say. Like, the idea I have, it's going to be so cool. Okay. We are so close to it. We are so close. I just gotta now copy these up pretty much. Copy this to the other side as well. There we go. And then one thing I actually will do is I'm gonna delete this window here because we're gonna have, of course, the ride sign here. I'm not gonna make that this episode. I think that will be in the final episode of this little land here. But I definitely will be making another famous sign from this movie for the restaurant, of course. But before we can do that, I just gotta fix up this roof. We gotta clean it up, make sure it looks nice and beautiful. Now, a lot of this will be, like, hidden by, like, shell building and stuff like that. So, this episode will be a little bit sloppy, but it's okay. We will clean it up later. Now, this is a mood, honestly. Oh my gosh, it looks good. The only issue is, there's 2 issues with this. The lighting is not the best. It looks very flat and plain. So I need to, like, add ambient lighting in. And then also there's, like, little cracks that you can see through, which I think there's a lot of those everywhere. We just got to fix those up. But so far it's looking really nice. Talking about ambient lighting, the ride sign is going to have some already. So that's going to be really nice. Just on the back of the buildings here, it looks, like, really ugly. But yeah, it's fine. I'm just kind of copying these just plates around just to try and cover up all the little holes that I can find. Like, as you can see there, there's, like, slight holes in each crack. Oh, I mean, what? If we just, like, do that, that should hopefully cover it up pretty well. It's pretty sloppy, but it does the job. It's all we need. Okay, I'm happy with this. I'm not going to do any lighting this episode, but I do want to do some playing around with it just a little bit. So let's just put, like, light orbs like that. We're, of course, going to set this very small, but lots of range. Already that makes it look a little nicer. And then one thing, like, will be nice is that over here with the ride sign, this would be, like, orange or yellowish light. Already that's just going to add so much nice ambience. And then, of course, we're going to have the same with the Gusteaus light on this side. Which, talking about, let's get that made. Okay, it has been a bit of time and I have absolutely cooked up a storm on Photoshop. Let's put this in place and see how it looks. Amazing. And as you can see, it's not complete because there's a couple of things we need to add that I want to do in the game just to add some like 3D effect to it. Obviously I wasn't going to be able to build Gusteau like in the game because that would just be crazy. Also the text I just decided to do in Photoshop because that just makes things easier for me on my end. Because making these out of primitives, honestly, it's not going to do much. So with that done, we need to add some slight details to this. All right. First one we need to do, there's like a ribbon, I guess you'll call it, that goes like along the bottom of him. Now the ribbon that I'm making here does have a very slight bend. So we're going to quickly do that. And just like that, looks pretty nice, but it's a bit too long. So I'm going to shorten it just a little bit. There we go. That's looking pretty slay. Now we just got to do the difficult part here, which is going to be... I don't even know how to explain it. It's like a ribbon thing, you know? Okay, that looks alright. It's alright. Let's see if I can copy this over. I'm hoping I could just flip it. Let's just do that. Spin it over like that. Oh, and I think that's gonna work fine. Perfect. Okay, that's looking alright. Let's fix this up now, make it nice and clean. Ooh, it's looking good. I'm happy with that. So the next thing I need to do is add these stars along here. So I've already made a little primitive star over here, so we're just gonna copy this and put it in place. So we need 5 of these copied just up and around. Just like that. Okay, this is coming together. But the next and final thing I need to do is the red ring that goes across here. This is going to be pretty easy to do. It's pretty much going to be the same as the ribbon, except it's going to be red. So let's do that. Oh my goodness, we have done it. Actually, no, we have. I changed my mind. I'm going to quickly just try and just make this look a little nicer. Oh, I just broke it. I'm gonna move this up to like there. Okay, and then I'm just going to grab these and make these longer and just put them down here. Just because I feel like the ring was too short, I guess you would say. And this would just be a quick and easy fix and I won't have to redo everything. So yeah. One thing I wish we had though was like a texture that was light. Or like even light primitives, you know, like if we have the glass ones, because I feel like that would just make this look a lot better. Okay, let's group this and we can put it into place. Now, there is an issue I was thinking of though. According to like just the lore of the like movies and stuff, the sign is meant to go up onto the roof here, but it's not a good view. So I'm thinking maybe we can just like put it here and hopefully that looks alright. Let's just put a test here and see what I think. Oh, well, it's getting covered up by the windows. But I think that would be good. I just need to destroy the windows and everything, and then we will be good to go. So let's do that quickly. Oh my gosh. That's looking pretty good. That's looking really good. There we go. Oh, that looks so nice. Oh my gosh. Okay, and the last little touch I want to do for this is just like add metal framing, I guess you'll call it. Not going to be anything crazy, but we just want like a tiny bit of realism. So it just doesn't look like it's getting held up by nothing. Okay, that's looking great. Okay, it has been a bit of time. Now, originally for this first episode, I was going to go in and build the Gusteaus restaurant in here, but this video is like already 20 minutes long, so I don't think I'm going to be doing that this episode. Another reason to why I didn't want to build it this episode is I don't know what sort of space the coaster is going to take up. Like, it might come like right over here, so I don't want to like build the restaurant all the way back this way to have the coaster then like come in and get blocked by it or something, you know. So I think I'm going to do the coaster layout first and then do the restaurant and maybe exit gift shop at the same time, just so I know where all the placement is so I can get it all nice and correct. So with all of that done, I think I'm going to call it quits for now. We did get a lot done. We pretty much just got the actual land itself made. Of course, there are going to be decorations we need to put in place, some ride signs, like some menus, little things like that, also lighting and just a bunch of stuff like that. But that means the next episode we're going to get to start the coaster, and hopefully we're going to get the first showroom done in this coaster, because this thing is going to be unreal. Now the coaster I'm going to be using is the Wild Mouse coaster with the rat skin, because look at that, that looks amazing. And the idea is you're going to be going through like the kitchen and the fridge. It sounds weird, but like once I build it, it's going to be amazing. Like the first scene here is going to be the fridge, and you're going to be like jumping up and down on different shelves inside the fridge, like going around food and stuff. It sounds weird, but like once I build it, I think it's going to be really cool. But yeah, that will be in the next episode of this land. So far this land is looking absolutely sick. I am so happy with how it looks, especially the sign. It just looks so clean. But with that said, if you enjoyed this video, then make sure to subscribe and like. The next episode will be out very soon. I don't know when, but sometime soon. And I'll see you then when we build the coaster in the next episode of Pixar's Adventure Park.